Hydroelectric Energy, a Viable Alternative to Oil by Dana Del Vecchio. As you can see in the graph, in 2006, 85% of the U.S.'s energy consumption was fossil fuels. Alternative energy sources comprised about 8%, and hydroelectric conventional was 2.89%, one of the leading alternative energy sources. As you can see by the graph, our oil, coal, and natural gas consumption has led to rising carbon dioxide emissions, particularly petroleum, at 600 million metric tons. We will be looking at 4 questions today. 1. What is hydroelectric energy? 2. What are the environmental benefits and drawbacks of hydroelectric generated energy? 3. How have hydroelectric plants combated these challenges? And 4. What is the future of hydroelectric energy? Hydroelectric stations harness the power from the water by converting gravitational potential energy of falling water into electricity. Hydrotechnologies are either conventional plants or hydrokinetic technologies. Hydrokinetic energy converts energy from waves, ocean tides, and ocean currents. In conventional plants, the water first moves through a pipe called a pinstock, and while the water goes through a turbine water wheel, the water pressure increases to drive the turbine. The turbine is connected to the generator. As the generator spins the rotor, a flow of electrons produces electricity. Compared to oil, natural gas, and coal, the production of hydropower electricity produces very little to none carbon dioxide emissions and greenhouse gas emissions such as oxides of sulfur and nitrogen. This means that the production will not impact people as much as fossil fuels. As well, although there have been challenges, the hydropower industry is making efforts to improve aquatic habitat, protect endangered species, and monitor upriver and downriver from facilities. The hydropower industry does face environmental challenges they are trying to combat. These challenges include water quality, flow of water, flood control, biodiversity of habitat, groundwater quality, and erosion. Today, we will be focusing on flood control, biodiversity of the habitat, and erosion problems. In Sacramento, there is a hydrowater plant with a dam called the Oroville Dam. The Oroville Dam is a major part of the Sacramento River flood control project. Historically, as you can see, the maximum flood flows released from Lake Oroville were about 160,000 cubic feet per second. Now, any hydrowater plant requires flood control operations, given the potential and the risk that it could occur again. Another consequence of hydropower plants is the impact of the dam. Looking here, the Andromeda salmonids from the Columbia River have been reduced. Mortalities of upstream and downstream migrants are happening. Mortality of adult fish upstream is 37 to 51%, and mortality of juvenile fish is 77 to 96%. Scientists are trying to evaluate the temperature, the composition of the water, and also the power of the water at the dam, so as not to hurt the biodiversity of the fish. Another factor we'll be looking at is erosion. Here at the Missouri River, quote, transformation of the Missouri River has happened into a single channel, resulting in the elimination of most side channels, islands, backwater areas, and sloughs, which are important for feeding, nursing, resting, and spawning areas for fish and wildlife. We need to improve the engineering of the plant to reduce environmental impact. It is also important to have an environmental team working with the project in order to constantly evaluate the plant's impact on the environment. Another example of erosion is happening at the Oroville Creek in California. If you look at the left, there are a number of trails, and if you look at the right, these sites have been impacted by erosion, and this impacts human activities such as bicyclists and pedestrians, so we need to control this problem. In July 2012, the U.S. House of Representatives passed the Hydropower Regulatory Efficiency Act. The bill is known as the House Resolution 5892. Representative from Washington, Kathy McMorris, said the future of American energy independence depends on the development of an all-of-the-above energy approach, and I'm proud the hydro is finally on its way to being part of it. Well, the bill still needs to be passed in the Senate, but stay tuned and you'll hear more from Dana. Thank you.